Learn about the list of countries that support the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Since Russia's invasion of Ukraine, international condemnations have poured in, as well as direct, declared and indirect messages of support from some countries. Political analysts expect that the repercussions of the Russian invasion will change the global political power system. Here are the most prominent countries that provide unconditional support to Russia. Former Soviet republics: Armenia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, and Belarus, which were formerly part of the Soviet Union. These countries, in addition to Russia, constitute the Collective Security Treaty Organization, and its goal is security cooperation. According to the British newspaper The Independent, Russia has penetrated across the Belarusian border into Ukraine, in addition to the presence of about 30,000 Russian soldiers in Belarus. Cuba. It is Russia's oldest ally and previously cooperated with the Soviet Union. Russian President Vladimir Putin had recently discussed with his Cuban counterpart, Miguel Diaz-Canel, how to strengthen bilateral relations and a strategic cooperation plan. Iran. Iran has held the United States and NATO responsible for the Russian escalation in Ukraine, at a time when it is engaged in tense negotiations with Western powers over the nuclear deal. In recent years, Russia has provided diplomatic support at the United Nations against U.S. sanctions, and has also provided it with weapons. North Korea. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un offered his direct support to Russian President Vladimir Putin and demanded that the United States stop trying to isolate Russia globally. Russia is one of North Korea's few allies in addition to China. Moscow has opposed U.S. efforts to impose sanctions on Pyongyang over its nuclear program. Syria. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad was among the first to support Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and he said the invasion was a correction of history and a restoration of balance to the world that was lost after the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Moscow has supported the Assad regime since the beginning of the civil war in Syria in 2011 and controls a large military arsenal in Syria. Venezuela. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro has expressed his vocal support for Russia by saying that his country will have strong military cooperation with Russia. Nicaragua. Nicaraguan President Daniel Ortega blamed Ukraine for provoking the war by seeking NATO membership. China. China seeks a diplomatic balance between Russia and Western countries. Wang Yi, China's foreign minister, asked all parties involved to exercise restraint. China cannot openly support Russia's invasion of Ukraine because it will lead to a deterioration in its relationship with Western countries, knowing that China and Russia share goals centered around expanding influence in global markets and confronting the United States.